Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Avenging Truth here, and I would like to present you with my review of The Amazing Spider-Man. Okay, those of you who don't want the movie completely ruined for you, please, click out now, see the movie, and then come back to my channel and watch this. Okay, one second. Okay, now, The Amazing Spider-Man. Just saw it. I loved it. It was great. Now let's go. That's what I'm saying. The movie opens with a young Peter Parker playing hide and go seek with his dad. When he wanders into his office, he finds some papers screwed with, and then his dad comes into the room and finding out that his papers were messed up. It appears to be a source. He then pulls a file out of the papers, puts it in a briefcase, hauls Peter and his mom out, and he leaves Peter with his aunt and uncle. The movie then proceeds to skip about 10 years to present day, where Peter is living with his aunt and uncle. Parents never showed up, never called back. Yeah. We've got Peter is the weird kid in the school. Always getting picked on. Always trying to be the good guy, though. He's really admirable, really good guy. He's very relatable. I really like that. As the movie continues, you then see him. He finds a briefcase where he's getting some stuff from a flooded basement that him and his uncle are trying to fix. He finds his father's briefcase, brings it up, starts going through it, finds a secret compartment in it, and he finds a file with Kurt Connor's picture in it. His uncle comes up and reveals to he searched for a while through the briefcase, and his uncle comes up and then reveals to him that the man in the picture is Dr. Curtis Connors. He goes there, masquerades as an intern, and after a wild turn of events, gets bit by a spider. Which is anyone is half stupid, not half stupid, I mean. You will figure out that this means he is now becoming Spider-Man. Yeah. So then he goes. Then he goes home, and after a few minutes of him adjusting these powers, him and his aunt and uncle get in a fight. Then he runs off. When attempting to buy a jug of milk, he's short 2 cents. A guy robs the store and then gives him his bottle of milk, and he lets him go. And then the guy then proceeds to shoot Uncle Ben when he tries to stop him from getting away. Peter then feels guilty because he was at Uncle Ben. The only reason he was out that night was because he was searching for Peter, who had, of course, run off. And he let the guy go, so then he shot Uncle Ben. So now he's feeling guilty, and he comes up with this, and he goes after this group of guys, and he goes out, starts walking around, starts looking for the guy. He sees a guy threatening a woman, I mean. And he then proceeds to, one moment, it's kind of, my shade is going away, let me move. He then proceeds to attack this guy and stand up for the lady. A group of guys come out, and then he starts fighting them. Blah blah blah. He falls through this building after chasing this dude down, finding out this wasn't actually this was actually the guy that killed Uncle Ben. Yeah. So after a turn of events, they continue to do this. Wait, what am I saying? He finds this poster of a guy wearing a mask. after the guy yells to him, "Yeah, I know. I saw your face. I know you are. I will find you." He then comes after him. No, he doesn't go after him. He sees a picture of a guy wearing a mask that looks suspiciously like a Spider-Man mask. He goes home, makes a copy of this mask with some webs on it. He goes out, he starts fighting bad guys in the name of revenge, not the correct reason quite yet. After briefly humiliating the bully, he then proceeds to see that.
Hey, bud. You got me a medium?
There was no adult one out. Sorry about that. He then proceeds to.
Medium than the man on the move, dude.
There was no. I'm sorry about that. He then proceeds to humiliate this bully, and then he asks Gwen Stacy out, his teenage crush. Then he blah blah. Let's see, what's next? Oh wait, that was before Uncle Ben got killed. I missed that part. So then he goes out, starts finding people with the mask. And then him and Gwen go out on the first date after, and the bully, Flash Thompson, warms up to Peter. And becomes nice to Peter after his uncle gets killed. This is an interesting character development. It really is. This is very interesting. Seeing this guy change like this. He then goes and meets up with Gwen at her house. Then he finds out Gwen's dad is the captain of the police chief. Then, okay, I'm gonna go and skip some of the movie. Don't want to ruin everything for you. Later in the movie, Connor transforms himself into the lizard in an effort to regain his arm. The reason he did this so rushed is because this guy was threatening to release his gas in a hospital. Then he turns into a lizard and starts attacking this bridge, and Spider-Man then begins to start saving people on the bridge, and then he finds out how much that, and then he saves the little kid, and his dad then begins to think of Spider-Man as more of a hero. This plays into the story. This is important, I promise. Then he goes off to do, and he finds out that Connors is the lizard, and goes to Glenn with the idea that he has created him, because he kind of did. You'll find out why I say this later. The lizard attacks the school a little while later. Sorry for my movement, I'm just pacing. He then attacks the school and finds out, and he knows who Peter is at this point. He gets away, and Peter goes after him.
How was the movie?
It's fun.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Why did you learn such a bad movie?
Stay tuned for part 2.
What?